we got secondhand Onvo L60 listings popping up all over the internet here in China. We're going to talk about all that, what's going on. Also, we're going to talk about deliveries. Yeah, deliveries, insurance registrations. But first, I got to show you this. This was on the NIO app. And this is, of course, a very funny situation. NIO's Guardian mode got a Karen, filmed a male Karen, scratching a NIO with his keys. And of course, Guardian mode was able to catch it, and they were able to apprehend the perpetrator. Yes, we got those male Karens here in China as well. So this is pretty interesting. Kudos to Guardian mode for catching the perp. We got it. So let's talk about insurance registrations. Man, 1,100 for NIO and then 370 for Onvo. Of course, last week it was Chinese New Year holiday. Everybody's pretty much on vacation. However, Li Auto and those guys still managed to deliver 4,000, 3,000 vehicles in that week. So, perhaps we only had like a few days of delivery, and you can argue that, hey, yes, it was Chinese New Year, people are on vacation, but how come they got 4,000, right? How come they got 3,000? So maybe NIO, the guys at NIO, they had a longer vacation, right? So it is what it is, guys. And also the fact that people are potentially waiting for the next gen 2.5 version 2.5, or I guess NT 3.0 versions of the NIOs. That could also be a reason why deliveries are a little bit less now. Some people have been saying that I leaked that information. Guys, it's the information gets leaked here in China and then I share it with you guys. It doesn't work the other way around. You got to understand that under the sphere of influence, I have zero influence here in China. Here in China, nobody knows who I am. Okay, I go into a NIO store, they don't know who I am. Nobody knows who I am. Okay, I don't really make videos in Chinese, and they can't watch YouTube. Nobody knows who I am. Okay, I'm a nobody. All right, so don't think that I have any sort of influence in China telling people that, hey, there's going to be a new version of the car coming out. And by the way, it's the CEO who leaked that on the live stream. All right, so it's not me. I didn't leak information. I don't have access to inside info or anything like that. I hear it online here in China, and then I share it with you guys. So that means by the time I hear it, a lot of other people here in China have already heard about it. Okay, so let's make that very, very clear. So yeah, it could be people waiting for the newer version of cars. It's no surprise. The pictures got leaked online a while back, and it showed horizontal screens. So yeah, one-on-one, you connect the dots, and yeah, people are waiting for that. Okay, so let's talk about this whole Onvo secondhand situation. And this was first reported by Dcar here in China 3 days ago. So again, not me making any sort of reporting or accusation or anything like that. I'm not making this up. I'm simply sharing the information that has already been shared online here in China. Make that very clear, okay? I'm not making this shit up. It is what it is. It's here in China. I'm just sharing it with you guys around the world. So, of course, in their video, they showed that there were a lot of these listings online. And, of course, these listings, interestingly, state that you place the order on the app, on the Onvo app. That doesn't really connect with secondhand. If you think secondhand, you buy it like, from a secondhand dealer or something like that, right? So you have secondhand listings, but they tell you to place the order on the app. What's going on? And of course, the pricing is substantially lower than the MRSP of a Onvo L60, all right? Much, much cheaper, like way cheaper. And that's kind of like alarming a lot of people. And some people outside of China have also caught on to this, like what is going on with this? So I'm here to explain what I think is going on, all right? There's 3 possible reasons. Now, of course, I have to verify. So I opened my Xianyu, which is like sort of like eBay or Kijiji in Canada. And it's basically where you can sell used items and stuff like that. And yes, there were a ton of Onvo L60 sales, all right, listings. a lot. And I clicked a lot of them and opened it up, checked it out, and yes, indeed, it does tell you buy it from the app. So I have three theories how this could possibly be going on. So theory number one is, of course, bulk sales. Everybody here in China does bulk sales. It's sort of like selling to dealerships, like dealership models almost, but you sell the car to secondhand dealers. They have their own customer base and they can sell their car. NIO actually has been doing this. Li Auto does it. Everybody does it. All right. It's a way to move a volume. It's like bulk sales, right? You bulk sell it to a secondhand dealer, that kind of stuff. So that is very possible. However, it doesn't explain why you buy it from the app. So that's very interesting. So bulk sales definitely could be happening. And I know for a fact that it's happening with a lot of automakers here in China. But it's probably not bulk sales. The second possible reason, okay, the third one is actually the most likely. The second possible one is people taking advantage of the trade-in program. So for example, let's say I have a car and then I can trade it in and I can get a subsidy for it. So I sell my car and I have an additional subsidy. Let's say that subsidy is 20,000 RMB or 30,000 RMB for simplicity's sake. So but that subsidy requires me to buy an Onvo L60. So what I can do is, hey, why don't I sell an Onvo L60, make a listing online, 20,000 RMB cheaper, so I can pocket 10,000 RMB. But of course, this car goes to someone else. So I get to sell my car, and then someone else gets to get an Onvo L60 for 20,000 RMB cheaper, and I get to, of course, pocket the difference, and I get a bit of that subsidy. So that could also be what's possibly going on. Okay, not 100% certain. All right, but I think the third theory about what's going on is the most likely one, and that could be employees. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these listings are like sales reps making those listings, all right, for of course showroom cars and that kind of stuff, so you can buy it for cheaper, all right, but also possibly that it's them taking advantage of the employee discount. So employees, they have a discount for when they buy a car, and of course, if they're able to buy the car using that discount and then offer that discount to customers, that's a huge win for them, right? They get a sale towards their metrics, and then of course the customer gets a cheaper car. A lot of people are bargain hunters. They're looking for a cheaper car, and the car is pretty much brand new. Oh, I forgot to mention, these listings are pretty much all for brand new cars, or each of them with like 500 kilometers or less. So you're talking about like showroom cars, test drive cars, and brand new cars, not like ones that have driven thousands of kilometers. So that's also a theory, people taking advantage of the employee discount. I've heard that the employee discount is around 20,000 RMB. Not a whole lot, but it does make a big difference if you think the base price of a model of an Onvo L60, 150,000 RMB. You can knock off 20,000. That's pretty substantial, right? So it could be possible that they're using that, taking advantage of their own employee discount and potentially trying to sell a car that way. That's also very likely, okay? And these listings, if you have to place the order directly through the app, then it has something to do with the employees, the sales reps trying to sell the car. So they're just trying to sell the car, all right? And there's nothing like like faking orders and that kind of stuff. No, nothing like that, okay? I don't think they're faking orders or anything like that. And if they were faking orders, we would see the numbers much, much higher, all right? So they're not faking orders, all right, guys? And it just shows that they're trying to work hard to sell the car. That's it, all right? They're trying to work hard to sell the car. They're trying different sales channels to sell the car, and that's it. The end of the story. There's no fraud. I don't think there's any fraud going on, all right? With each one of those scenarios, it's all very reasonable for them to sell the car through those kind of different methods. And yeah, I think going forward, they're just going. It's just a right now. It's just a Chinese New Year. Very soon, deliveries will come back. Deliveries will come back. For NIO, maybe not so much, because people might be waiting for the newer cars. But right now, the incentives are fantastic. But they made it public that new cars are coming, so potentially, yeah, the sales will continue to decline a little bit. But for Onvo, of course, I think sales will definitely pick back up after this holiday. All right. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.